So you want to main Kid Buu, otherwise known as Bardock's evil twin. You're not going to let your opponent play the game, are you? You're just going to force them to block until you 2L them and then just nuke them?
EX Buu Ball? You mean that's the move I keep getting hit by? Forget it. Who do you think you are for saying I'm not letting my opponent play? Isn't Kid Buu irrelevant now in Season 3 since Bardock B exists and he was nerfed?
Kid Buu? Irrelevant? Not really, actually. 236H, the move that's a okay solo mix-up for Kid Buu. Yeah, that's EX Buu Ball. Who am I saying you're not gonna let your opponent play the game? Well, I'm someone who messes with Kid Buu from time to time. Do you want to start winning games with him?
Fine, sure.
Well, sit down, relax, and welcome to So You Wanna Main Kid Buu. Hello, everybody! FGC Nerd here. Kid Buu, the original and scariest form of Majin Buu, has taken over Dragon Ball FighterZ over a number of times. He has had his fair share of tournaments, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't his first rodeo. In Season 1 of the game's lifespan, it was just completely Pioneer City. Nobody knew what to do, how the meta was played. They didn't even know full character combos, but there was still some top dogs at the time, and Kid Buu was definitely one of them, along with Cell, Android 16, and Gotenks. Then Gotenks was kind of brought down a notch, not very far, when Bardock was released to the game. And then the patch kind of happened, killing off Cell for a while, and then the later patches killed off Android 16, and he hasn't recovered since. And then they attempted to kill Kid Buu. The only problem is, they never did. Well, not in the way they intended anyways. You see, just like how Bardock plays the game super well. You see, just like how Bardock can't be nerfed anymore in Season 3, that's kind of the same boat as Kid Buu. Kid Buu uses the game mechanics super effectively, so you can't nerf him any more than his damage, which they already did. But then that still doesn't stop him. Then when GT Goku was released, Sonic Fox picked up GT Goku with Base Vegeta and Kid Buu. Sonic Fox showed how Kid Buu's assist paired with Base Vegeta's air dash cancelable special moves made Vegeta gain insane 50-50 mix-ups. Then everyone realized how GT Goku and Kid Buu work super well for each other. Kid Buu for mix-ups and GT for damage, and that's kind of how it was for the entirety of Season 2. It was Kid Buu and GT Goku for the remainder of the thing, because that was kind of the meta. Or Team Gohan, and then Z Broly somehow made a comeback. Same as last video with Dragon Ball Super Broly. I'll go over Kid Buu's pros and cons so you know what he has that helps him, and then the cons that he has received since Season 1. Con number 1, low damage. Now, as noted before, they nerfed Kid Buu's damage. This means now he has to spend a lot of resources, assists, meter, sparking to deal good damage. Lots of his moves scale his combos to be pretty bad as well. Obviously, EX Buu Ball scales his combo pretty badly if it gets hit. As you can see here, EX Buu Ball does not do a lot. As you can see there, I barely do 3,000 damage. This makes Kid Buu become a two-touch character. He deals roughly half of your health, and then if your opponent gets hit again with Kid Buu or another character on your team, they lose their character unless they spark and you somehow drop the combo. Pros, number 1. Incredible mix-ups, frightful neutral, and insane pressure. Kid Buu makes up for low damage with his neutral mix-ups and pressure. His 2S can be air dash canceled. For pressure, he has access to 4 overhead attacks from air dash alone. Add that with multiple other overheads in his Buu Ball and 2 lows, Kid Buu becomes almost impossible to block. That's excluding Buu Ball. Finally, Kid Buu has long-reaching normals, Buu Ball, and an access to an aerial beam, which makes it makes him have really good neutral. You're gonna be Tiger Knee to beat. Con number 2, Bed Super Oki. Oki, or Okizeme if you don't know what the word means, is an advantageous state where you gain easier pressure and mix-ups. In addition to low damage, Kid Buu has Bad Oki off of his supers. He can only get a safe jump air dash JH from his level 3. It simply means if the opponent attacks, Kid Buu will block it. However, if they jump, reflect, or mash an input, they will get hit. If Bardock here reflects at the right time, the safe jump doesn't work. Pros, number 2, anti-air command grab, small stature, and the original block stun assist. Normally being small has a trade-off built into their character. Being small can mess up opponents' combos and make some Blockstrings unsafe because of their natural small hurt boxes. However, as a result, they have stubby normals that don't reach that far. As I noted before, his pressure is really great. Kid Buu doesn't have the problems of those shorthand characters. So for example, if I was to go to GT Goku here, you can see I don't have a lot of reach in the air or on the ground except for JS or S on the ground, which is his power pole. However, that takes a lot of startup, so usually you will see him use his beam, since that comes out faster and covers the same amount of screen, and it's generally safer. Or he has this move, which he can chase you around the screen or go into the Kamehameha beam to keep him safe. Kid Buu doesn't have that problem of, oh, I don't have good limbs. I'm stubby. I don't have big hitboxes. I don't have good hitboxes. This is okay. This has got some decent hitbox on it, especially the EX one. That's why you see it used so often. But he has this, the anti-air command grab, and I'll get to that in a second, and JM, as well as the core circle back. He also has got the aerial beam. He even has a grounded beam. This one allows you to heal if you get the hit, but it's generally not as good unless you're making a hard read. He also has 2S and 5S, which can be chained into each other. You're generally keeping your opponent back on the ground from jumping. So he is really the first character to overcome this stubby normal limitation. The only other is GT Goku, and that's with his power pole, which is way more unsafe than this. On the other hand, Kid Buu kind of has a bad 2H. Bardock jumps, and he is completely free of my 2H. It doesn't even combo into itself. It will only win at point blank range, and the startup doesn't really help it either as he rocks his head back. I'm better off doing something else. Instead, Kid Buu relies on his 214X series of anti-air command grabs. They can only be used on the ground. However, 214L is good for combo enders, 214M as well, and you can combo off of it if you get the grab. 214M can be comboed off of, and it's also really good for combos. However, it doesn't work in high hit stun decay, that's why 214L is preferred. And 214H is comboable like 2M, while fast like 214L. Kid Buu is also one of the original high block stun assists from Season 1. While it is very slow, it makes up for it being 68 frames of block stun. This is why Sonic Fox used Kid Buu with Base Vegeta. This is why Sonic Fox used Base Vegeta with Kid Buu. Since it gave Base Vegeta instant 50-50 mix-up even from mid-screen. His other assists are good too. B assist is his Buu Ball attack, and it's 30 frames if both parts of the attack hit. Otherwise, it's 20 if only one of them hits. C assist is his beam, and Goichi's actually using this assist with Bardock and Ginyu. Okizeme. So after a standard bread and butter with Kid Buu, canceling into J236M and IADing after landing gives you a pretty easy safe jump. Canceling into J2H instead of J236M will give you a meaty 6M. Otherwise, you could just 214S and continue your block string. How to obtain level 3 safe jump. Kid Buu's level 3 isn't the best for Oki, since Kid Buu doesn't have enough frame advantage afterwards. However, the best that is possible is a super jump IAD into overheads if you think they will block it, and only if they block it. Or JH for a safe jump. IAD is too fast enough to count here, and a normal jump isn't safe enough for Kid Buu to get a JH out before getting stuffed almost immediately. Now on to Blockstrings. Usually Kid Buu's best Blockstrings are with him in the air. So the sooner you can get it in the air, the better your Blockstrings can be. If you're not on your last character, aka Kid Buu is on point, and you still have assists, it goes like this. These are his overheads, which can be varied, which, by the way, I'll have the link to Dust Loop, which will showcase all of them, but I'm going to go off this one right now. JL, M, 1 hit, H, 2L, 5L, 5L, L, 5M, 1 hit, 1M, 5H, into 214S with assist call. You want to time this so that your assist is covering for the startup of 214S. Once you have done 214S, ID into overheads again, or just go empty low. It works like a charm, and you can rinse and repeat this for as long as you have assists. If he is your last character, however, you will want to do JL, M, 1 hit, H, 2L, 5L, 5L, L, 5M, 1 hit, 1M, 5H, 5S, 2M. This is a more cheekier reset. This should put Kid Buu at a safe distance to stuff whatever button they may have pressed, as long as it isn't a far-reaching normal. Even so, 2M should be fast enough to hit them before they get a chance to hit you. Now let's go over the neutral plan of Kid Buu. Kid Buu's neutral is simple. Get them to block you and mix them into destruction. At round start, either hang back and call an assist to win neutral into 2M and then continue your block string, or you do 236L/M and assert dominance from the get-go. If you win, proceed with your block strings until they proceed to crack and crumble and your opponent loses a character. If you're going to use up your assists and you have none left remaining, use 214S to get back and try some of Kid Buu's neutral, mix them up by cross up JL or dash up and Dragon Rush, or even just continue your turn since they're stuck blocking, or just continue your block string again until you gain your assists back. If you lose, then you can hang back and do some of Kid Buu's neutral with his special buttons, his blue ball attacks. He obviously also works really well with additional assists, backing him up for neutral. GT Goku's is also another good case since he has bad trouble dealing with aerial problems other than his 2L. You can jump away, you've got a small hurt box, use it. Vanish is also really nice. Or the Kid Buu special, Reflect into 2M. Kid Buu can work with any pop-up assists that allow him to combo after Buu Ball. He can also use a beam to get grounded Dragon Rush into 214L. Kid Buu doesn't need block stun assists since he has good 50/50s from regular assists anyways. Besides, who runs 2 block stun assists on the same team? Team placement for Kid Buu. Kid Buu is a versatile character who doesn't need a team centered around him for him to be super strong. This surprisingly means that he can even be an anchor character for your team, but you will need a really calm head under stress, in addition to mastered basic game mechanics for it to work. This is why Goichi can use Kid Buu in this manner, otherwise he's usually ran mid for the assists, or point if you think you have a better mid in mind. Now, this is also not discrediting Goichi in any way, shape, or form. I'm just pointing out that casual players like myself and some others may not be able to run him anchor because of that. So to wrap up, Kid Buu is a monstrous character once you get used to his wonky 5M and his JM. You also want to practice using his 3M, 2M, and 1M because those are also a little bit weird, as 2M is not a true string, but 1M is. Once you do that, there is no further hurdles. He has combo-wise, neutral-wise, he is the same exact character as he has the same combo structure as everyone else. Kid Buu is surprisingly fun with a dominating neutral and mix-ups in spades. If you have a character that either needs heavy conditioning or simply lacks genuine 50/50 mix-ups on their own, Kid Buu can supply it in both his assist and playstyle. Once again, I'll be giving some team suggestions for some of you viewers who just got the game and don't know what teams Kid Buu thrives with. Team Goichi, Bardock, Ginyu, Kid Buu. Team Sonic Fox, Base Vegeta, Kid Buu, GT Goku. Team Don't Jump, Android 16, DBS Broly, Kid Buu. Team Try to Hit Me, aka Small Hurt Boxes, Team Gohan, Kid Buu, and GT Goku. And Team I Dare You to Block, Cell, Kid Buu, Z Broly. I hope you all enjoyed this So You Want to Main video. If you did, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell icons to get notified of more So You Want to Main videos or online chaos on the Nintendo Switch. I have been FGC Nerd, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! First try, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.